Hello guys, welcome everybody to day 10 of the trading marathon here on this channel. My name is Daniel, and in today's video I want to prepare you and your mindset, your vision for the kind of trading setups you will need to detect in order for you to succeed on the chart and on the markets. And since trading and especially chart analysis is such a subjective skill, it has so much to do with how you pursue things, how you operate, how you view things, that we need to have a certain perspective about how we are working on that. And I have once heard a statement that truly inspired me and which I find very truthful, which is how you do one thing is how you do everything. You can clearly see that in many people. If you have a look at very successful people and how they work on things, how they pursue things, how they set their goals, how they work towards the goals, it has a certain kind of mindset, it's a certain way of doing things which most people would probably call excellence. Yes, successful people have a certain excellence within all their steps, within all their things they are doing, and a certain kind of discipline that it is basically going over to all the new things that they are trying to do and to all the new goals that they are setting for themselves. And I personally find this statement applies very well to trading, because if you are the kind of person who searches for the easy path, the easy way out, the quick road, the painless way, you will always tend to have a certain view on the chart, which will obviously give you an immediate trade entry, which is probably or very likely not the best possible entry you could have. So if you are someone who pursues things the easy way, the quick way, the painless way, and tries to somehow smuggle through, it will not work out in trading. And that is why you really need to work on your personal standards of how you work on things, how you pursue things, how you view things, in order to not get tricked in chart analysis from your own brain. You really have to learn your own brain like your brain has learned you. Because how you do one thing is really how you do everything. Have you ever noticed, for example, when someone is messy, he is messy everywhere, in his home, in his job, in his everywhere. If someone forgets things easily, for example, I am a kind of person who easily forgets things. Obviously, I forget them in all aspects of life. That's why I have a physical journal with me, so I don't forget things, you know? And that's why you need to figure out what you are personally facing, because you will face exactly that in trading, and you will need to raise this exact standard to an excellent level, not to perfection, because perfection is impossible. No one is perfect. You can never reach perfection, but to an excellent level. And what do I mean with an excellent level? An excellent level is the best level that you can possibly in your moment right now achieve. And you know yourself what level that exactly would be for you. I know it for me. You know, everybody knows it for themselves. It's not a perfect level, because perfect is impossible, but excellent. And excellent is what we are pursuing here, and what you will need to pursue in the way you're looking at the chart. Because if you are looking at the chart thinking, oh, I want to smash a quick and easy trade, you will lose money. If you're looking at the chart very calmly and thinking, okay, what could possibly be going on here, and how could someone take now the best action in order to safely, with as low risk as possible, pursue the way to the profits here in this situation, or where would even the situation be on the chart where someone could take advantage of. Not, I want to make it now, what can I do? You know, it's like, so that's what I'm really teaching you, and you can actually train this. If you are someone who identifies now, ooh, I will have a problem with what Daniel is telling me here right now, you can easily change that. You can decide to be a different person today, right now. But it will take time to integrate those character traits in your daily life and to develop this skill of always having these certain habits which are pursuing the excellent way to your individual goal, you know? And you really need to ask yourself in what kind of things you want to improve in your whole life, and then you will need to set a standard there of how you are going to improve there and how you want to get there and how you are actually following through in order to achieve your goal. And if those standards that you are having in those certain activities are too low, you will not reach your goal. And in trading, this is really something that you need to take serious, because not only if your standards are too low in the trading setup perspective, not only that you will not reach your goal, it will also take you back, because you will lose your money and your time. So that's why it's a very important point. You will need to have a very high standard of how to act, how to analyze, how to set the orders, how to calculate your risk, calculate your position size, how to document, how to learn from mistakes, how to grow, how to, you know, it needs to be really thought through, and it cannot be a kind of like an side quest that you're not really giving any attention of, because it will just, the market will just rob you if you view it as that. Okay, so it really must be pursued in a kind of in the best way that you possibly can. And if you are not fully in, and if you're, you know, there's no little commitment, middle commitment, big commitment, small, it's either committed or not committed. And if you are not committed in pursuing the excellent way of doing this specific craft, if you're just in for the quick money, or if you're just in for you know, like having some fun or getting some gambling dopamine or something like this, you are kind of like wrong here, because you will, I cannot even support that, because you will really just lose time and money. But if you're someone who is committed to pursuing the excellent path of this specific skill, craft, trading, professional trading over the next years and decades, then, my friends, only then you will have the right way of looking at the chart and following the tutorial that I will give you in the chart analysis section, because that is really the mindset that you will need to adopt in order to even follow through on what I will tell you. Otherwise, you will always look for the shortcut and the easy way. You know, for me already, it's kind of like I'm even going vice versa. If I look at the chart, first of all, I think, well, where could now the moment on the chart be where most people get fucked? And where most people think, this was the quick way, that was it. That's where I enter only the trade, because I know that those people always, or you know, like way more often than not, are getting fucked, and that's then always a good entry option. So if you are someone who is looking for the easy path, you will be the exact person who is always getting stopped out. So that's my point here in this video. That's what I want to guard you off in the future, and you can guard yourself if you adopt this certain mindset. How you do anything is how you do everything. So you need to rise your standards of how you work on things, how you pursue things, and most especially how you plan your trades to a certain level of excellence. And only you can do that, and only you can define what this certain level of excellence is. I hope this helped, guys. See you in the next video tomorrow, and until then, stay hard. Ciao, ciao.